Gradius 3 and 4. 2 games for the price of 1. So this is a promo copy, as you can tell by the hole punch here, but you know, that doesn't really mean anything to me. It just means it was given out to one of the employees who worked at Konami. It doesn't make it more or less valuable in my opinion. But with that being said, let's unbox this, shall we? Alright, here we go. So we got the game and just the manual. And like most early PS2 games, this is a CD. So it has a blue bottom. All right. So here you got, you know, your standard epilepsy warning stuff. You got your table of contents. How to hook up your system. The controls. And then it gives you the status screen for both games. And then you have your gameplay. What's funny is that I'm pretty sure that screenshot is taken from the Japanese version. Alright. So for Gradius 3, there's like no continues for this game. But they do give you like you know, a stage select option to where you can kind of continue from there. Option mode. So it's your game level. Your extended to where you get an extra life. Your flares. Power-ups. Manual or semi-auto. Manual is a lot easier in my opinion. I don't know why semi-auto is even a thing. It's like, it makes it harder in my opinion. Adjustment is not in the US version, so I think they must have taken it out like very late in the game. Button configuration, sound test, save and load, exit, special options for Gradius 3. So this game does, at least for Gradius 3, it has like a weight level to where you can basically make the game slow down to like closer to match the arcade speed, because you know, obviously the PS2's processor is way faster than the original arcade game was. So you know, that's a neat feature. Not every shooter does that, you know. And then special options for Gradius IV, sound. And you can adjust the screen size to arcade or full screen size. So again, that was something you didn't really see a lot of back then. I believe the original arcade resolution is like 512 by 384. It's kind of an oddball size, so. But even that, there's still a little bit of shimmering I noticed. I'm not sure if that's just how the game is or just if that only applies to this port. So again, your save and load, auto save, pretty self-explanatory. Background story for Gradius III. You know, for shooters, does the story really matter that much? I mean, it's nice that it's there, but how many people actually care about this story? Let's be honest. But basically, yeah, the story is, you know, there's a race called the Bacterion, and they invade your planet. The planet's name is Gradius, so that's where the name comes from. But yeah, it's pretty simple story. So here it shows all the stages. Of course, you gotta have, every Gradius game has to have your Moai stage or your Easter Island statue stage. It's like, you know, it's a trope of the series. My favorite level was probably the plant stage. Something about, you know, seeing plants in space is kind of neat, you know. And your power-ups. So how this game works is you get a power-up, and then it highlights a part of the power meter on the bottom. So we have the option to select that power-up, or you can wait and get another power-up, and it goes to the next one right next to it, and so on and so on. That's how you power up your ship. It's a pretty neat system, actually. You know, it's what makes Gradius, in my opinion. Another thing about Gradius III is it has this edit mode to where if you don't want to pick one of the presets, you know, you can fully customize your ship how you want it to be. And you have all these different options, which pretty neat. You didn't see that in too many shooters back then, you know. What's also neat about this port is that it natively outputs 240p, and there's only a handful of PS2 games that do that, so it just makes it feel that much more authentic, you know. And the story for Gradius IV is pretty much the same. And then here are the different stages. Gradius IV is... It's not bad. It's just... It feels like a big step back from... Not only from Gradius Gaiden, which is a spin-off, but from Gradius III as well. It just felt very bare bones, and the whole game almost feels like a rehash of Gradius II. So because of that, I could see why it's considered like the weakest of the main series. So the power-up system is pretty much identical as Gradius III. And then, yeah, here's your credits and everyone's favorite section, notes. And then you have your registration cards, which I kind of miss these, you know. I'd never send them out in the mail, but you know, just always neat to have in the manual. So. Anyways, there you have it. Gradius 3 and 4 for the PlayStation 2.